Okay, we'll begin the global stock analysis for the week ending of 28th October with the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Now, since the hitting the long-term support line, Dow Jones Industrial Average has been rebounding off this support line now, and pretty strongly I might add, but without much volume. If we look at if we take a longer look at this, okay, you can see that volume wise, not a whole lot, okay, but short term there's some upward movement, but no, we may be reaching a point whereby the Dow Jones Industrial Average might be kept by this downward support resistance line that I draw across the last three highs, weekly highs. All right, so watch out for this resistance line, downward resistance line. If it breaks through, then well, anybody who wants to go long the Dow Jones Industrial Average, just watch out for any whiplash back towards the support line. All right. Next, we move on to the S&P 500. Now, S&P 500, which is also experiencing a little bit of the resurgence, but not as strong as compared to the Dow Jones Industrial Average. So, if we look at if we do the same thing, if we draw a line, this would be the resistance line, which is formed by the multiple highs of the weekly closes. Okay, so we can see that if the S&P 500 gets above this resistance line, then well and good. You might want to do a long, but just watch out for the putting a stop loss that is just below this resistance line over here. Now over to the Nasdaq Composite Index. Nasdaq Composite Index, you can see that there's a bit of a bounce off the I wouldn't say a very strong support line formed from over here right around 10,500. All right. Nevertheless, okay, it managed to climb back above this 10,500 line. Okay, so of course we've got some bit of a resistance over here, so just make sure that if it breaks above this, then we might see some further upside, but do take care of a stop loss below this line. It is still quite some way off. Nasdaq isn't the strongest in terms of the bull run, okay, because of the high interest rate that the Federal Reserve has been putting on. Okay, so that's for the US stock market. In the case of if we look at the Europe side, CAC 40 okay, seeing some resurgence over here, but no major movement. Okay, potentially that might be well, it drops quite a bit, so potentially it might form a reverse head and shoulder over here, but nothing much that we can do over here. Okay, so in the case of the FTSE 100, let's look at the FTSE 100. Alright, FTSE 100 is even though there's a change in the prime ministership, but not much direction over here, so nothing much we can do in the European market as far as the FTSE 100 is concerned. Back to the Asian market, let's take a look at the Shanghai Stock Exchange. Shanghai Stock Exchange has hit the long-term support line over here. Alright, with a long down tick candle for the weekly close. Right, so I think this will be the Shanghai Stock Exchange would be moving around this trading sideways around this region for quite some time, because any potential big news might be coming in March next year, when the the Politburo has finished taking over the country's official positions, right? And coming up with the policies as such. Okay, so just hang on tight for the Shanghai, the Chinese stock market. As far as the Nikkei 225 is concerned, all right, it's going to trade sideways, but if you can see that over here, potentially there is a head and shoulder pattern forming over here. Okay, so the Nikkei 225 might be forming head and the right side of the head and shoulders. So if it breaks through this support line around the 25,700 points, then the head and shoulders formation is confirmed, and we will see more downside, particularly with the weak Japanese yen, which some speculated, some analysts expect it to go drop below the 160, and that the latest news is that it might drop to 170. Now, if this is the case, then there's quite a lot of downside for the Nikkei 225. Okay, for the canary of the global technical industry, okay, we can always go and refer to the KOSPI 200. Right. KOSPI 200, like I mentioned in past weeks, okay, it's going to hover around the long-term support line. So nothing much we can do as far as the KOSPI 200 is concerned. As for the Singapore Stock Exchange, okay, we've mentioned before that it has confirmed the head and shoulders, okay, as it breaks below the support line over here. Okay, so over here we are seeing this head and shoulder pattern, and oh, by the way, there's a double top over here, mini double top over here, and it breaks through. So this week it is it got an uptick, okay, but this is actually this might be potentially a very strong resistance line over here. So if this is just a short-term rebound, it might hit this resistance line and drop back down for the STI index. Alright, so good luck trading. That's all for the global stock indices analysis for the week of 28th of October.